Hey dudes, welcome back to DudeismTV, and as promised, this is the 2017-2018 NFL preview show. Alright, so it is the NFL playoffs, and we've gone through our wild card weekend. I don't know if anyone watched the games or not, but that Mariota pass deflection catch touchdown, easily my favorite play of the year. That was exceptional. So I'm just going to count down the top 3 plays that I witnessed so far over the course of the playoffs, just covering the wild card. I don't know if anyone saw the Jags game, because quite frankly, the Tennessee KC game and the Jags Bills game were games that probably most people weren't really all that interested in watching. But I'm telling you, Blake Bortles, something to be said about his tenacity. He was not going down. He scrambled outside the pocket like a superstar. He was completing passes like he should not have completed. And hey, let's give a shout out to the Jags defense. They just did not let a hapless Bills team get on the board. You know, that was it. That was the end of the story right there. Okay, and probably the third and final thing I have to say is, if Drew Brees does not hook up a little MVP action this year, that's my cat, I would be shocked, because he is running that elite force called the Saints offense, and he's still putting up wild numbers with a 1-2 running back scheme that is scary. It's a scary running scheme. So, hey, I really like the Eagles this year. I really like the Vikings this year. Of course, I have a soft spot for the Steelers, and and then there's the Patriots. I don't know. Everyone loves the Patriots, and then they had this little blurb about how the coach and Kraft and Brady are all infighting. Of course they are. They're different people. I don't think that factors in. I don't think they're going to have any problem dealing with Tennessee, though. Not this weekend. So here's my rundown. Anyway, all right. First game. All right, so we've got Atlanta and Philly. Philly was a premier team coming in, and then had a little QB mishap, and now we got Nick Foles, right? Now, Nick Foles is a seasoned veteran. He knows how to throw. He's got a great arm. He knows the plays. He knows everything, right? He's been there before. He's been to the NFL playoffs. But does he have the firepower to overtake Matty Ice and Julio Jones and Sanu and Dondre? No, I don't think so. So I think you got the bottom of the barrel Atlanta Falcons taking Philly. That's my prediction. Okay, so that's the early Saturday game. So the late Saturday game, you got Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. Every time New England has some kind of a thing online, or somebody's bitching about, remember Deflategate, right? You had Deflategate and cheating, and when they get blamed for cheating and all that stuff, they come back harder, better, and they win. It's just what they do. They take adversity, they put it in a ball, it fuels their fire, and then they win. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I see New England beating the Titans. I think the Titans have a better team than what shows on paper. I mean, after watching that game last week, they kind of handed it to KC in the second half. So, but I like the Patriots in the late game on Saturday. Sunday's games. this is where it gets really interesting because the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers, I see those teams as similar in their effectiveness on their O-line and their defense. Now, they don't run things the same way, obviously, but does Jacksonville have the same breakout players as the Steelers do in Antonio Gates and Le'Veon Bell? I mean, those two are exceptional. Now, Antonio is slightly hurt, so it's tough to say if he's going to be coming in with 100% health. You know, that was one of the things about McCoy for the Bills. You knew he wasn't going to be an X Factor type player in that game last week. I don't know that this week because he's had a good 2 weeks off. I'm not sure about his practice schedule or not. I don't know if he's been practicing at full torque this week. But so you got Steelers, Jacksonville. There's been many close games for the Steelers this year, especially in the second half of the season. They've won, by a 3-point margin, a 1-point margin, a 3-point margin, 1-point margin. So this is a tight game. I think this is a coin flip. And I think it's going to come down to the playoff experience of Roethlisberger and the non-playoff experience of Bortles. So I'm going to give the Steelers a slight edge, a slight. I think it's going to be another squeaker. I think it's going to be probably one of the hardest games of the playoffs. Just, that's what I'm seeing. So I'm going to take the Steelers on that one. Now this is the final game, the Sunday 4:40 game. New Orleans Saints, Minnesota Vikings. Case Keenum, Drew Brees. That's basically what it's going to come down to. New Orleans has those breakout running backs, like I mentioned before. They're going to be able to draw the defense to some play action, some bombs down the field, and Drew Brees can nail those suckers. And he never gives up. He's relentless. I like the Vikings, though. They've got a great attitude. They're not going to bow down. They're going to work ultra hard. But I don't know which team wants it more. So I think we're going to... To heck with it. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings. I think that they're young. I think they're hungry. I think that the rest is actually going to help them, not harm them. I think you've got a depleted secondary in the Saints, and I think their defensive line is a pretty rough shape. They had a lot of guys go out last week. So that's going to be my long shot this weekend. It's going to be the Minnesota Vikings over the New Orleans Saints, even though deep down, I thought the Saints should take the Super Bowl. Anyway, what do you think, guys? Comment down below. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, DudeismTV. Let me know what's going on in your dude neck of the woods. And yeah, I'll be watching the late game on Saturday, and then Sunday it'll be all out football. Feel free to shoot me a buzz if I'm on Facebook. I might go live for one of the games. That'll be fun. So take it easy, dudes.